everybody knows, my name is Alex, the CEO of HACEMOS, and I have the honor here to be moderating for our Latino Talks Tradiciones. With us, we have our professional coquito maker here, Maita Alamo. Maita, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself, and we thank you.
Oh, no problem. Thank you. So my name is Marta Alamo. I've been, I don't know, just a normal introduction, right? I've been with the company for 20 plus years, and I am part of the National Acquisition Centers, the best sales teams that is out there, of course. And I've been making Coquito for a while, a long while. Happy to be here.
Yeah, and I hear there's a lot of bragging rights, behind your coquito. I know you were in the Puerto Rico call center, and a lot of people that
That's
worked with
correct.
you, they bragged about how you had some of the best coquito. So who better than you to make this for us, right? So any
Thank you.
secrets like if you want to share like what coquito is, what it is to you, like is it the holidays or all year round?
Yeah, coquito is the holidays. I start making it right before Thanksgiving because if you know Puerto Rican Christmases, they start November 1st and end almost at the end of January. So I do coquito around that time. I don't do it the whole year because it's very heavy on calories, right? You don't want that around all year because you'll never lose 1 single pound. But yeah, I do make it for those 3 months that it's Christmas.
So how do you feel when people compare coquito to eggnog? I know some Puerto Ricans get offended.
Yes, there's no comparison. No comparison. This one is
Awesome.
way better.
All right, all right. So I know that someone told me, I forgot who it was, and if they're in the chat, they can type it in, that Jimmy Fallon loves coquito and he does all these
He
videos.
does.
And, okay, yeah, that's what
He
I heard.
does.
So he's a big advocate and ally for Coquito. So Coquito, guys, Marta's gonna go through it. If you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand, and as we see the indicator, you can unmute and ask your questions live. We want you to learn how to make this. If anyone is bold enough to make it along with her, I would love to know that too. But definitely this will be recorded so you guys can go back and follow along. So Maita, without further ado, please take it away.
Okay, awesome. So let's get started. And if there are questions, I don't see my phone. My phone is in a tripod all the way out there. So if there are questions, just speak up because
Oh
I
yeah, we
won't be
got your
able
back.
to see the chat. Okay, perfect. So there's very simple ingredients. And the best part about it is that there's no measurement. You just need the cans for the different ingredients and you're set. No measuring cups. So you have the coconut milk right here. You have the cream of coconut. You have the evaporated milk. And you have the sweetened condensed milk. Now, I also add cinnamon to it. And there's some people that add vanilla. I don't like to make mine super sweet because add a lot of rum. So if you make it super sweet and then you add a lot of rum, it's a bad combination. So I keep it just with that and then, kind of change the flavor with the rum. So you do need something to mix it in. Some people just use a hand, but if you've used coconut milk for, different desserts, you know that it can be tricky. It can get a little bit lumpy. So I recommend to always either use a mixer or use a blender or have a hand blender, anything that is electronic. So you want to make sure that it doesn't have any of those lumps of the coconut milk, of the cream of coconut. The other thing is the cinnamon cloves or this one's the little sticks is optional as well. But really this is what you need, the cans right here, those ingredients and the cinnamon to make a coquito. So if we get started, I'll use the hand. This mixer right here is big enough to fit all the liquid. I'm gonna already start it so that way I don't have to worry about it. I always keep the condensed milk to the end because it's super sticky and you don't want the condensed milk to get stuck to the bottom of your bowl. So I always leave it till the end. I do start with the more liquidy portion. So we'll start with the coconut milk. And we pour it slowly so you don't. All right. Then I do the coconut, the cream of coconut again, because it's a little bit, sometimes a little bit lumpy. You want to make sure that you mix it well. Got a nice one. Okay.
So is there any
then,
secrets to when you buy it? Like, do you shake the cans to see if they sound lumpy or anything?
Yes, I do. I shook this one so many times to make sure that it was as unlumpy as possible. So if you shake this one and you don't hear the liquid, leave it. It's been sitting for a while.
Okay, perfect. That's a good tip.
Then I do the evaporated milk. Okay. And last but not least, we have this one, which is a little bit tricky. So I use a little tool here to make sure that doesn't stick anywhere. So see, this one is super thick, right? Needs a little bit of help. That's why we don't want it to be first. Clean these up real quick. Okay, I'm gonna leave it that way. Okay, now once you have all the ingredients, you want to make sure that they're well mixed together. Now, normally at this point, I just add the cinnamon and the rum, right? I'm just gonna add the cinnamon on this case. I'll add the rum later. So it is about 1 teaspoon. That's the only measurement that you're gonna have to do, 1 teaspoon. Now you can go a little bit faster. I kept it in a slow or low speed because I'm pouring. But obviously when you're ready to mix it, you can increase the speed. So that way everything gets mixed very, very well. Especially the cinnamon, it can get lumpy if it's not mixed properly. Now, are there any questions so far?
Feel free to come off
No
mute
questions?
and ask questions if you have any.
How much rum?
Wait, that's the last question. That's the last question because that's on everybody's mind, Cynthia.
I had to.
If she answers that now, everybody will just leave. They'll be like, okay, we got this.
Now, obviously, to serve it, there's multiple ways and there's no wrong way to serve it, right? I'm gonna try to serve it a little bit because I usually use a little funnel and put it like in a bottle, obviously bigger, but like this one, and keep it on the fridge. You want to make sure that it has a lid on it, because otherwise, when it sits, the cinnamon goes to the bottom, and you want to make sure that you shake it right before you serve it. So hopefully I don't mess this up. Get a little this to make sure that I clean this. Now, how I like it, especially during the holidays, if I have visits and stuff, if I'm by myself, I drink it just as is, right? But if you have people over and you want to make it pretty, what I do is that I use whipped cream for a little bit or a little more. I use a little cinnamon stick, and I use either whichever is your favorite, green, red, or you can even use this one. I personally like the red one, that's why it's half empty. And make it very, very festive, and you can just drink it with a little, either like this or, thank you, cameraman, or with a, good. Definitely needs the rum though. So, before I answer, let me put it right here. Before I answer the rum questions, any other questions?
So how does it taste? Did you try it? I saw you tried it. Now I know this is not your secret recipe. So this is not,
but it's a good recipe though. I do like this recipe. You know, the thing is that there's a lot of people that do like chocolate coquito or strawberry coquito, pistachio. They do different flavors. If you want to be adventurous and change it, yeah, you would want to change the coconut milk. That's the one that you change out. So if you're doing like chocolate coquito or strawberry, me personally, I like to use like very good ice cream, like very chocolatey ice cream, or a very, you know, strawberry-y, not the, you know, the one that is without fruit or anything, like the very heavy strawberry. And I swap out this for 2 or 3 scoops of ice cream.
Oh, interesting. All right, I think we have a question from someone you know, Rosie Montalvo. Rosie, feel free to unmute.
Hi, Marta. So good seeing you.
Hi. Same.
I do have a question. I recently had to make coquito and there were some folks coming over that were dairy intolerant. I was able to find coconut condensed milk, but I wasn't really sure what I was going to replace the evaporated milk with, so I just put some almond milk. I don't know if I mean, they liked it, but do you have a suggestion?
I would do coconut milk. I would do
Just
coconut
more
milk.
Coconut milk? Okay.
Yeah, and then maybe non-dairy ice cream, like vanilla ice cream. That would probably be way better, because the almond milk has like an aftertaste that can overpower the rest of the ingredients.
Got it. Okay, good. I had not thought about finding dairy-free ice cream and substituting with that. Thank you. That's a great tip. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had the same idea right before she said that, because my daughter's vegan. So I was doing the same thing. I'm like, can I make this for vegans? So that kind of answered that question. Like, you could dairy-free ice cream and coconut milk. Okay.
Yep.
Sounds perfect.
And obviously the condensed milk has to be coconut condensed milk.
Yes. Thank you.
Now, is there a difference between Coco Lope and the Goya coconut milk, or is that just your preference?
Me, I prefer the Coco Lopez personally, but I don't find it a lot here in where I'm at. So I use the Goya, but I don't know. I think it's The Coco Lope is a little bit more
Creamier, right?
the consistency is it's a little bit creamier. This one is more liquidy.
I'm probably gonna be pausing it like 20 times and making sure I got that 1 teaspoon because that was the only measurement, right?
Yeah,
to make
that's
sure
the
I got
only
it right.
measurement. Yes.
And now, if let's say they had a regular hand blender, do you like what do you think how long they should blend it for to get the right consistency?
I would say at least until the coconut, the cream of coconut doesn't have any lumps. So, because it depends. This one, it drives everything. Same as the condensed milk because they're the heavier liquids. So there's really not a set time. Like I didn't, blend it for a long time and it's totally, together. But sometimes I have to leave it maybe 2-3 minutes, 4 minutes. When I get especially the Coco Lope, because the Coco Lope is heavier, just to get everything out.
Now, I've seen some people add coconut flakes too.
Oh, I've done that too. Yes.
Okay, because that helps. Like I give it that little texture, the coconut texture.
Yeah, or I use it on the garnish instead of the whipped cream. It's already deflating, but I use it also as a garnish, right? Instead of the sugar or the sprinkles, I use coconut. Some people do a little bit of coconut milk on the rim, and then kind of like the margarita, and then put a little coconut flakes on around. So you can garnish it as you want.
Coquito
There's a lot of ways
Rita.
to do it.
Yeah, Coquito Rita, right? Victoria
Yeah.
asked, can you over mix it? Like, let's say you left it
No.
mixing too long. Okay, it won't turn into
No.
merengue or nothing?
No, unless you add eggs, which I don't recommend. I never add eggs to it. You won't over blend it.
And just for everyone to know, Marta came up with this great recipe that's simple for all of us to use. There are many ways people make coquitos. Like some people actually use real coconuts. Like my mother-in-law she would use real coconuts with a strainer and go back and forth with the straining process a few times so you extract all of the flavor from the coconut. That process takes a lot longer than what Marta did here.
Yeah, that's the right way of doing like the coconut milk, but it takes too long.
Yeah, but thank God for coconut milk and Coco Lope, right? To save us a lot of time and get close to the flavor, right? But no, this is awesome. I'm really thankful for you doing this. With that being said, it sounds like everybody's gonna be making coquito for the holidays, and let us know. I'm curious to see if anyone makes it. Put it in the chat and let us know how it goes. But I'm really thankful for the presentation you did here. It looks really nice. Thank you and your husband for putting this together. Sanitia says, now I know what I'll be drinking during Christmas. Stephanie says, thank you. I'm wrapping up my work and then making it in the next 30 minutes. So from work to Coquito. There you go. But thank you again, Marta. We really appreciate you. At HACEMOS, we say together we do more. Junto hacemos más. Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you.